Huh? Okay, guys, hopefully you can hear me. Let me switch here. I realized I forgot to set up something else with the transitions, but I hope you guys are doing okay. Let me know how the balance sounds. It's been a long time since I've streamed. It's been like a year actually. So let's see. Oh, I have this thing. Kate and Khalid. Whoa, yeah. So hold on. Let me turn this game down. I think I'm coming in a little too loud. Let's see. Cinemageddon, welcome in. Took a few. Oh, nice. That sounds like sounds like a good Friday already. Corey homies, what's going on? Yeah, I'm twisting out some new stuff here. So I actually have this little chat pop-up thing. That's kind of why I did this like long, just copied and pasted from my shirt to make sure this stuff works. So let me put on some other music in the background. I'm just kind of just throwing stuff that I've been using in my videos. So that might be why the music kind of sounds familiar. Let me know if the music's too overpowering. It has been a long time for sure. So I think the last stream I did was I was messing around on Street Fighter 6 because I was kind of playing that religiously, and I was playing Mr. Miyagi, which I kind of started playing a little bit of it again. You know, since they dropped the Akuma update, I'm probably gonna get back into it now, especially with Terry and stuff like that. VGR, welcome in. What's going on? Audio is only in the left. Ooh. Okay, thanks for letting me know. Oh, you're right. I see that. Okay. There's a way to fix this, actually. Yeah, it's... So... Okay, I know how to fix this. Give me a second. Advanced audio properties. Alright, what about now? Tell me, hopefully that feels better. Or sounds better, I should say. So I forgot this mic that I use. It goes through a mixer. It should now be coming through both channels, right? My voice, at least. Just kind of waiting for some confirmation here. Let's see. All right. Let's see. Sweet Honey King, welcome in. Guys, let me know if I'm coming through both of your... I know it's a weird question that I'm coming through both your ears now because I had the mic set to mono. Corey, hey, thanks, man. I appreciate it. I think I said what's up to VJ already. Amir, what's going on? Sweet Honey, you got it? Okay, cool. Awesome. Sweet. So, yeah, so the last stream I did was last year when I was playing Street Fighter 6. It was Mr. Miyagi. So that was... that's kind of like the last thing I did. So yeah, I just want to actually, let me get candid with you guys too, kind of like what, you know, what's kind of like brought me up to this point, like of this, you know, the content creation, things like that. So a lot of, I mean, this was kind of only really known to like a lot of people close to me, but like last year I was actually going through some really hard times. I was having like some job issues that was kind of unstable, or like, you know, it was very unstable. I really wasn't working like consistent hours at my main job as much as I wanted to, so like it was kind of hard to kind of really do that with content creation, and then also kind of go back, you know, trying to make videos too, especially if like, because YouTube is not my main job. So I kind of just do this as just, you know, additional income. There was at one point where it was my full-time job. I'd love for it to, you know, make content for you guys all the time. But I'm not quite there yet, but I think I'll get there someday. So I just got to keep at the grind. So yeah, it was very tough, but thank you guys that have kind of just still stay with me, stuck with me. Like when Creed 3 came out, that really helped a lot. Really helped kind of like, you know, supplement some income that I was missing. And of course, the actors and writer strike happened, which I wanted to support them too, because, you know, if it wasn't for the show, I would not be here really as active, you know, as on YouTube and stuff. So, you know, I definitely believe that you definitely want to do stuff like that. So, oh, let me respond to something real quick, guys. Sorry. Can I just recording some stuff? Not recording, I'm sorry, but responding to some stuff. So yeah, so that happened, and then, you know, I started kind of getting back into stuff like that. So before I continue, let me kind of read some comments and stuff before. Street Fighter 4 Classic. I remember playing that when it came out on PS3 about 15 years ago. God, dog, I feel old for saying that, man. 15 years ago. I was still in college at the time. Ernesto, welcome in. What's going on? What's going to happen to the channel after Season 6 ends? I'll come back to that. But yeah, the channel's not going anywhere. I'll put it that way. The channel's not going anywhere. You can do it. Thank you, man. I appreciate it. I know exactly how the feels happening last year. I was struggling due to work issues. Yeah, same. And I hope you're doing better as well, Sebastian. Which, hey, check out his channel, guys. By the way, Sebastian is like one of my earliest subs that I remember when I started my channel. So please check out his channel if you guys get a chance to. You know your character now stuck around the bit. Oh man, I don't know about that, man. I'm just a man with an opinion, but I appreciate the compliment. I appreciate it, man. Hopefully it only gets better for you. Thank you. You know, I try to just call like characters down the middle as much as I can. Like, you know, all the characters have flaws. I mean, that's what makes them so great. You know, well written. It's just they're human. They have their flaws and strengths and weaknesses. Like, you know, even characters that I used to dislike, I actually kind of liked them as the season went on. You know, a lot of people kind of initially know I was not a big fan of Tori, but I think the writers really kind of saved her arc from season 4 till now. So damn right, man. Cody Rhodes, dude. I'm so glad he finished the story. I actually need to get back into wrestling. I have not watched since WrestleMania 40. I actually did a short on The Undertaker's appearance at WrestleMania 40, which got 2 million views. So again, thank you guys for the support. So yeah, yeah, that's definitely one of the contents that I'll kind of be crossing over and whatnot. Sonic, what's going on, man? Yes, I did see this. So I have some friends in the Discord that was messaging me about this. I'm actually gonna try to cover that, at least do an Easter egg videos on when that drops. For those of you guys might have kind of been able to tell in some of my videos, I'm a Yakuza fan as well. I've also cosplayed Kiryu. I did a shirtless Kiryu cosplay last year in Chicago at Anime Central, where we did the back tattoo. Actually, I might be able to pull up a picture. Let me see. Probably pull up my Instagram. Which I have a funny story too. Like, as soon as I kind of get through the rest of this, I have a funny story with a. Some of you guys might already know the Discord with a Cobra Kai actor that happened yesterday. So let me see if I can find a solid picture of me flexing my back. There we go. Oh, I probably need to turn my camera off so I can see that better. So yeah, so that was me when I was kind of working out and stuff. And some of you guys know I struggle with body issues, so this was like a lot of fun to do. So one of my friends there, he was Mr. Shakedown. So I was kind of flexing my back there. So I'm still kind of doing the workout. I got a funny story about working out too. Some of my friends here, my girlfriend right here, of course. There's me with the that's funny. The band-aid on the nipples. So they were like, hey, y'all guys can't be like having your nipples out, so they maybe cover up with band-aids. So this con was a lot of fun. Anime Central is definitely worth kind of going and stuff like that. So let me switch back to it so that way you don't have to see any more of my gut. So back to what I was saying. So why I've kind of been more consistent with my videos than I have in the past. So when we had the initial the teaser that came out in May, I didn't realize they were going to push up the release that early. I thought they were going to do it like in December or things like that. So what ended up happening was I started working on all the backlog of characters I had, which you guys have seen before season 6 dropped, which was Daniel through Carmen. I really wanted to do a Dimitri video, but I didn't think it was the right call because he just had such a small role in season 5, which I'm kind of glad I waited till season 6, as we've seen like some interesting development with this character. So yeah, I've been working on those videos like non-stop, like from now to then. I'm actually gonna be taking a little break again, but I'm still gonna be posting content. It's just gonna be more short form content. So let me put on some more music here. So yeah, so up until now, like I have been like busting my ass on these videos. For those of you guys that like, whether you've been a long time viewer or not, I've kind of talked about my process before here and there in the Discord and stuff like that, which I have a Discord server, by the way. You're welcome to join if you like. It's not super active, but like we usually post in there like, a few times a day. It's very chill. It's not like super active, but like, that's kind of like the easiest way to reach me, honestly, because as you guys have seen, like I have like 2,000 plus unread notifications of comments on YouTube. So yeah, so a lot of crazy things had happened when they dropped season 5 and I was working on stuff. A tornado came through when I was working on the first batch of videos, displaced me for about a week. Was very thankful I had some friends that were letting me stay, where I kind of had to move my entire $3,500 PC over there to work on stuff. Was able to come back. We had a hurricane come through last month, which thankfully this time there was no power outage. So a lot of job stuff was kind of going through now and then. So yeah, my plan. Back to my video process. So a lot of you guys don't understand. Typically, like when a season drops, I rewatch the entire series franchise in its entirety. So that means the Karate Kid trilogy, Next Karate Kid, which I know, hey, it's easily the weakest of the movies, but it's canon. And then the seasons through their entirety. Then what happens is if I'm working on a specific character, I have to rewatch so wherever I left off. So for example, Daniel's video, I didn't do a video for him for season 4 or 5. So what I did was I rewatched the seasons again, or at least skimmed through the episodes from his point of view to talk, find things to talk about. Then what I have to do is write the script, of course, which takes me a few hours, record the audio, edit the video, then do the thumbnail. So easily I'm spending anywhere from 12 to 16 hours, like on average. Well, it kind of depends on how caught up I am, right, with a character. So let's say rough estimate at least 10 to 16 hours per video. It's a lot of work, and I'm sure you guys have definitely seen that as well. Sorry, I'm changing music here. I'm just kind of hopping around. I should have put a playlist together. So it's a lot of work. So what my plan was, I was like, okay, let me work through these backlog of videos and then just jump through things ahead of time. So that's kind of why I was able to kind of just upload stuff like that very quickly. And thankfully, up to that point when season 6 dropped, one of my best friends, Charles, I don't know if well, no, he's not in here. He's one of my mods in my server, also a voice actor. I'm very excited for him for breaking into the industry. He started helping me with my videos, with the audio editing. So that saves me a ton of time, and that's actually why I have been kind of like, you know, kind of putting things out and stuff like that. So yeah, it's a lot of work, like, for sure. So yeah, that's kind of where I've kind of gone back. So now that's being said, I'm gonna be taking a break starting next week. I'm probably about August 1st, I would say. And one of the things I'm basically going to try to be doing is that I'll be doing more short content again, and then probably like when season 2 drops, or excuse me, part 2 drops, I'm going to be kind of doing like the backlog and stuff like that, because now that at least I'm kind of caught up with all the characters and they're doing it in parts, it actually makes it much easier for me to kind of put out more frequent content for you guys. Not to mention, when the show finally ends, I'm going to remaster a lot of my old videos and kind of re-upload them as well, with better quality and stuff like that, and better editing, you know, better footage. So yeah, I'm gonna get to your comments here shortly, guys. So I really, but I appreciate you guys hanging in here and chatting. So yeah, that's what the plan is. Some future stuff that I'd like to cover, of course, more Creed stuff. There's some other Creed and Rocky videos I have not gone back and done yet. On like some characters here and there, and so yeah, I'll be doing stuff like that. Actually, let me change the music here. Yakuza, as Cinemageddon mentioned, I'm gonna be doing that. Probably cover the new Mortal Kombat 2 movie when it comes out. Really, just whatever interests me. Wrestling too. Now that I've kind of brought crossover into wrestling, that's a third niche I've been able to cross over. Which again, thank you guys for all of that. I'm going to be working on that as well. So yeah, the channel's not going anywhere. I've never just been specifically Cobra Kai. I've just been very fortunate enough that it has given me a platform to, you know, with you guys, as far as, you know, being able to put my opinions out there and you guys engage with it and you guys resonated with it, which, thank you guys so much. And I thought I had alerts on. If, like, whoever you guys are just, you know, subbing in here, liking the video, thank you. I'm sorry. I thought I had the alerts on. I should have been better prepared, so that's on me. So let me now go to the comments. Who do I think will win Sekai Tekai? My pick for the guys is Robbie. Robbie definitely needs a major win. Right now, it's still too early to tell, though. You know, as we know, we can kind of just speculate. As far as the female, honestly, I think either Tori or Sam at this point both deserve to win it. Obviously, you know, Tori with the, you know, the passing of her mother in part 1, which, by the way, guys, I'm sure by now you guys have seen, we're gonna be talking about spoilers in here for whatever reason, so, you know, and whatnot. So Cinemageddon found her channel, just was I need to oh yeah, season 3, exactly, when it moved to Netflix. Not many friends talk about the show. Of course, man. Rich, what's going on, man? How are you doing? Love your latest breakdowns. Thank you. Amazing. I'm new to putting content out, but recently released a separation. My first one, take a look. Okay, yeah, I'll take a look at it sometimes. If you want, slide it to me in a direct. Well, if you have Discord, if you're in the server, just slide it to me in a direct message, and I'll check it out. Amir, no, if you know the cares top quality, the video sounds for me as Miguel's chose one that. Thank you. Yeah, I had a lot of people really like that video too, and I've been very blessed to have all you guys support me. Sorry, I'm kind of multitasking here as I'm also talking. Yeah, no, it's been one of those things where I just fell into it. I just really resonated with the show, and for me, it's so I was on, you know, I was originally watcher when it was on YouTube Red. I was going through a lot of different stuff at the time, and man, I should have been better prepared for the music. I'm sorry. I just knew I wanted to stream and kind of connect with you guys, just to kind of say what's up and, you know, show the love. It's been a long time since I streamed, so I'm trying to like make sure I have stuff. And I gotta play certain music because you know how YouTube is. They they'll snipe you for any kind of playing any kind of copyright video. So yeah, I just I had I was just a fan, and I just kind of wanted to put out like my thoughts as a fan. I didn't think it was going to go anywhere, and then there I was. I was actually an Uber driver at the time. I was working Uber Eats, and you guys have definitely helped me get ahead in life too, so I appreciate it. Favorite Cobra Kai characters? I have a lot of favorites. It'd probably be easy to say the ones that are kind of like my least favorites, but even now the least favorite ones, like Kyler, for example, he's kind of had like a mini redemption arc too. So, but excuse me. Obviously, I would say Johnny resonated with me the most, like through season 1 and 2. Daniel too. Chosen, all really good senseis. As far as the kids, Miguel and Robbie, Hawk, all have had interesting arcs. I definitely have a soft spot for Dimitri. For any of you guys that watched my previous Dimitri videos, a lot of similar things that I kind of faced growing up. So Dimitri's definitely a soft spot. As far as the girls, I don't necessarily have a favorite female character, kids wise. I would say adults, of course, Amanda and Carmen always there to kind of keep them grounded. I'm not necessarily too biased with characters of just saying, oh, they did this and that. I think if we're going to be talking about characters in general, we should point out all of their flaws and strengths, whether we like them or not. So that looks dope as hell. Thank you. Oh, that was the thing. Hoping to build a studio room this fall and amp it up. So much to talk about. Oh, dude, that would be really cool. I would love to do stuff like that. I kind of want to do that as well. It's kind of like build like a mini thing for for this mic and stuff like that. How long did it take for the tattoo? Man, like an hour. So basically, it's one of those temporary tattoos, kind of like when you were your kid. You basically like print it out in sections on tattoo paper. And then it's a little sticky at first and whatnot, so you kind of feel very stiff, like when you first apply it. But then the more you move around, it's cool. It does take a little bit to kind of come off with water and stuff like that. But baby oil definitely helps that as well. Stryfe is on a good head. Thank you, man. So grinding, uploads, and saying yeah. Oh, I got a lot of comments got to go through here. I am so sorry, guys. I'm trying to catch up here. Terry Silver, yeah, he's got to return at some point. There's no way the series is ending without him. What do you think about Johnny's regression as a character? So here's the thing too. And this is something we've kind of been more talking about in Discord. I've kind of laid some hints out in my videos. There are definitely some things I don't like with this season. So obviously, what the hell is this music? Sorry, this is. I gotta change. Sorry, I was like, what the heck? So yeah, like Johnny and Daniel fighting again for one. That's a thing I'm not a fan of. I'm also not a fan of. At first, I was not a fan of him just kind of conceding, but then when I was rewatching the video, because again, I kind of watched the series differently from you guys, because I'm trying to get content out. I sometimes don't watch it as a fan first. I'm just kind of looking for Easter eggs and stuff like that. But going back and rewatch it, I was glad that they both had the same mindset of like, you know what, it doesn't matter what dojo we compete under, stuff like that. So I thought they were going to do something more with like the whole Miyagi pass. But what I'm also trying to remember too is that like, obviously like these things are kind of creating suspense. So we should be a little patient and kind of give like the writers some grace, because this is only one part that we see of a 3-part season. I think it's still okay to talk about criticism and things like that as long as it's constructively. But yeah, it's one of those things where it's just like they're getting along, but they're always going to have like these things where they fight and stuff like that. Cobra Kai tattoo, maybe I would probably be a bonsai tree, just to be honest. I mean, Miguel's more balanced than taking Miyagi-Do and Tori for a Rage and Cobra Kai mentality. Yeah, it's definitely going to be interesting to see how all these characters play out. Freddy Krueger, welcome in. Stryfe is getting... I am not getting the... Well, not yet. We'll see. Actually, if I were to get a tattoo, like the first one I do want to get is... so I'm a big Street Fighter fan. And it would be the kanji that's on Ryu's belt. Which it's from The Art of War by Sun Tzu. I always forget what it's called. Furin Kazan. I could be wrong. I may be misquoted. It's like as swift as fire, as strong as the mountain. Actually, I'm just gonna look it up. Okay, it is Furin Kazan. So as swift as wind, as gentle as forest, as fierce as fire, as unshakable as a mountain. So that's what I would probably end up getting. Let me pick out some music that's not. There we go. Put on some rock music. This is a nice little screen. Thank you, man. Yeah, the Sekai Tech guy is going to be pretty awesome. It's so crazy how like there's so many different pronunciations. So now, though, from what I was listening to Sean Caney's interview, let me turn this down a little bit. So it's Sekai Taikai, but I remember Gunther saying it like a little bit differently in season 5 too. So. Borja, welcome in. I'm obsessed with the new season. You're doing a great job. Thank you, but don't worry and don't be so hard on yourself. Well, thank you. I appreciate it, guys. Yeah, I'm just trying to find balance, as Mr. Miyagi would say. So I've been kind of working out. Oh, that's another thing I didn't get to tell you guys today. So this morning really sucked. So I had not only one, but 2 Charlie horses, which if you guys have not heard that term before, because apparently some people have not heard that term from what I was talking about earlier today, leg cramp. So I had a cramp in my calves, in each calf, one after the other, and God, dude, it sucked. I could not stand. I could not walk. I had to crawl to the tub. I'm good now, but man, I was going too hard in the gym apparently. Hawk getting a mohawk color in part 3 could be. Let's see, Cobra Kai World, what's going on, man? Sorry, I'm trying to get through all y'all's comments here. Rank this. Oh, see, I don't hate the question, but it's one of those things where it's just like it's always so hard to do because I like all the seasons. I don't think there was. I mean, they definitely have their weaknesses and stuff, but I think a lot of people would agree that season 1 is the best one because, like the Karate Kid, it lays down the foundation of the universe. It's very detail written. Written with so much detail. It's like Robert Mark Kamen said when he was trying to write the Karate Kid movies, you can't make magic twice, and it was just something so special about both the first Karate Kid film and Cobra Kai, Cobra Kai season 1. For me, the writing has been congruent for all the seasons, so it's really hard to say. See, a lot of people don't like season 2, but season 2 had one of the best cliffhangers, especially if you're an OG Cobra Kai fan like me. And what I mean by that is people that actually watched it on YouTube, where we had to wait nearly 2 years for season 3. So, Hawk's back tattoo, man, that would be interesting. So, you think Cobra Kai needs to win? Man, that's some strong stuff. Quan's going to be a force to be reckoned with, though. That's for sure. Would you ever do a Double Dragon movie? Maybe. We'll see. Sorry, I'm trying to click this. What is your favorite Cobra Kai season 6? Ooh, there's a lot of good ones. I like the reconciliation between Sam and Tori. That one really kind of spoke to me because it was just like, I was like, finally, yes! Like, they're on the same page. I would also, that one for sure. And man, the fight between Robbie and Miguel was just so tense. It kind of took me back to season 1, where it's like, you don't know who to cheer for, so that was really good. You have any thoughts on Karate Kid 2 and now can it? Yeah. It should have not been called Karate Kid, honestly. It should have been called Kung Fu Kid. But, that's besides the point. It's going to be interesting to see how they work with that. Especially with, Jackie Chan or Ralph Macchio, 2 powerhouse actors. Who do I think the better sensei is out of Johnny and Daniel? If we were talking season 2, which one of my first videos was ever done of why I said Johnny was the better sensei, I would have said Johnny. But I don't know. They both have their strengths and weaknesses. They both have kind of like learned from their mistakes too. So I kind of say I like them equally. Paul says, I want Miguel to win. He's been nerfed after season 2, like losing school fight, pulling his muscles. Season 4, All Valley. Yeah, I mean, a lot of people want Miguel to win, but I also think that like Miguel has been very protected as a character. The way he's been written, like even like say putting the school fight aside, because a lot of people say he didn't like to say that he didn't lose that fight, even though he did, because I mean he was the one that in the hospital. He wasn't the last one standing. Him losing to Robbie, that's his first loss. I mean, it doesn't really degrade his character. So Johnny is my favorite. Yeah, he's definitely still a favorite of mine too. Johnny is annoying in season 6. Oh man. Miguel's turned into natural leader. He's always helping Robbie in his fights. Like, yeah, you know, it's really cool to see is you know, especially them two kind of getting along, because you know, as I mentioned before, I'm a big Street Fighter fan, so for me it's like it's kind of like seeing Ken and Ryu finally like on the same page after like a really deep rivalry, which I mean they've never really had a rivalry like Robbie and Miguel. So I don't like season 5 and 6 as much because Raw Karate, yeah, exactly, Johnny Miguel, and now it's about the kids. Yeah, and this was something we were talking about like in my Discord server, is that the fact that they've added so many characters now, or more new characters, is good. But the main thing is then you kind of have a lot of more moving pieces, and that's what kind of makes things so tough, is because it's just like trying to make sure, you know, certain characters get screen time. Like for example, Miguel actually kind of took a backseat in season 2 because they gave Dimitri more screen time. So let me take a quick drink of water before I talk myself out of dehydration here. Wait, part 2. That's screaming for, yeah, exactly. And that's what I've said too. It's just that, you know, the fact that the writers have done such a good job and just getting us to talk about the show is insane. So Miguel and Hawk were in their prime, and I don't know, Hawk, the fact that like Hawk was able to learn defense and kind of blend the styles together, same thing with Miguel and Robbie, that kind of made him a formidable fighter. Okay, so before I get to any more comments, I am going to have to show you guys the funniest thing that has happened to me, and I kind of want y'all's opinion on it. So as I mentioned at the start of the stream, I had an interaction with an actor from Cobra Kai yesterday. So a lot of people have kind of just started asking me like, hey, would you would you do interviews like with the cast members? And at first I was like, no, but then it would probably be something I would like to do after the series has ended, right? Excuse me, because like since I do a lot of these analysis of their characters, I think it could maybe bring like some interesting insight and stuff like that. So as some of you guys have known, Dallas Dupree Young started both his YouTube and Twitch channel recently. He just actually made Twitch affiliate, which, hey, congrats to him. Like, that's awesome. I remember having a grind for that too, and it was just insane. So so I tipped him last night, right, through his stream. And let me wait, can I, okay, figured out how to do that. And I was like, you know what, hey, if these if these guys want me to what do you call it, try to grab his like his information for a, and turn my camera on, like try to get him on the show and do an interview. I'm like, okay, cool. Or people were also asking me like, hey, you should send him your videos and see if he'll react. And so okay, this is, I'm sorry, it's so funny. It's so funny. Yeah, so wait, why do I have two? Oh, that's his chat. Okay, I was getting confused for a second. I was like, why do I have two chats here? So I sent him I guess what you would call a super chat, right, through Twitch. And what I ended up doing was like, hey, I put a little paragraph in there, like see if he would kind of read it out and whatnot, because he had a lot of viewers and stuff like that. So yeah, this is what ended up happening.
But yeah. Oh, hey, thank you for donating $5. Appreciate that, man.
It's just so funny because like he didn't like. Look, it's just so funny because I was like, okay, so me and him. So maybe Anthony was right about this guy the whole time. So what I'm gonna probably do now is make a video on Dallas, title it "Why Dallas is So Rude to His Fans." Instead of calling it character analysis / theory, I'm gonna call it personal analysis / proof. No, I'm just kidding. I didn't really I thought it was just hilarious. Like it's just like the way he just like kind of stopped. I think too is that he had like he had like 300 viewers like in his stream. So no, there's no beef. I just thought it was funny. Because like some people were just trying to like get me to like, hey, try to get his, get him to react to your videos and stuff, which, hey, if he wants to, cool. Cause I know he's reacted to like TikTok edits and stuff like that. But yeah, I thought it was just kind of a hilarious moment. Cause I put, hey, Dallas, longtime fan, great performance. Do you react to fan content or would you like to come onto the channel sometime? I also try to reach out to his moderators too. I was like, okay, maybe I need to go through him, but no luck. So, we'll see what happens. I just thought it was like the funniest thing though. Like it's like bro was like, nah, I don't want to do anything with this guy. This guy knows too much. Who knows? Oh, okay. Oh, so I do have alerts. Tim, thanks for subbing, man. Let me see these Dallas comments first. Charles, welcome in. We were just talking about you. Actually, I thought I made you a mod on this channel too. I'm gonna have to check that as well. Actually, I can do that here. Or can I not do that here? Oh, you know what? I know where I'm gonna have to do it. Oh, can I not do it in here? Oh my god. Alright, I'll have to do that. Let's see. Stryfe villain arc. Adam, welcome in. Yeah, he did look pretty tired, man. He's young. I think he's like, from one of his previous streams, he said he was starting his senior year of high school. So he's got a lot going on, man. I'm not taking it personally. I just thought it was hilarious. He does need to be the next Miles Morales, though, for sure. Dude, it's just so funny. I clipped that too, and it's got like so many views, and I saved it too just in case he ever deleted it. So so Dallas, I'm watching you, man. So he's still grieving after the Laxative situation. So yeah, it was funny. It was a good time. It was so funny to me. All right. Season 6 proof that okay, I don't know about all that sad music. Oh yeah, man, I forgot I had a soundboard. Huh? I started messing around. I broke out my stream deck again to do that. So let's see. Okay, I've kind of caught up on these comments. This is cool how it marks what you've already clicked to this plugin I'm using. Yeah, the fights are next level, man. The Kree snake, yeah. That was another part. I was like, okay, the guy just survives this snake bite and uses instant transmission to go back and forth between Korea and USA. So it's funny. Yeah, like shout out to Brandon H. Lee, the actor for Quan, man. He's bringing like a whole new authenticity, and no disrespect to any of the actors that have already been on the show, right? Like William Zabka, Yuji Okamoto, Tanner Buchanan. They've all studied martial arts before Karate Kid / Cobra Kai, but man, Quan, like his performance as Quan it's gonna be nuts. What are your thoughts on the new? Sorry, let me drink some water again. See, I don't know if it'll be canon with Cobra Kai or not. It's gonna be interesting. Yeah, well, it seems like though, like if they don't make it canon, then it's just like, well, what the hell? Like like the series is like the most successful thing that the Karate Kid IP has had in years. So like, why would you not, do something about it? So, let's see. Yeah, was Kreese ever not a cartoon character? He kind of did some outlandish stuff, to be honest. Like especially the whole snake in the dealership thing. That I thought that was over the top. Yeah, a lot of people, they complained that season 5 was too focused on the adults, but I mean, people were also complaining that season 2 was too focused on the kids. So, yeah, it's just, I don't know. I think some people would just kind of complain, but the fact that we're talking about it means that they're doing their jobs. So, each other over Tori going. Oh yeah, I think so for sure. I think that's very likely. Do you want to be called karate? Yeah, because like Jackie Chan does not study karate. Like Jackie Chan's legit for sure. Let's see. The Karate Kid is about Johnny. You would make a great Bimmy. That's one of my friends here kind of giving me a hard time, so it's all right. you see that before we? Oh yeah, the Miles Morales for sure. The background's really cool. Thank you. I actually ripped this from the first Cobra Kai game. It's from one of the cutscenes, I believe. So I take no credit. Yeah, Street Fighter. My first was Street Fighter 2. I did play the original Street Fighter, though Street Fighter 1 with like the really bad controls. Teenage years wise, what I played religiously was Street Fighter Alpha 3 and Third Strike. Capcom vs SNK 2, played a lot of that as well. I've cosplayed a couple characters. Actually, I could probably pull that up here too. So, I think I still have a few photos. I wonder if I have some from back in the. Oh, I do have some from here in the back in the day. Let me switch here. Of course, first go look at this. It was funny too because I made a joke in the Discord because you know Johnny said, "Hey, Miyagi's a liar and a thief." I was like, "What the hell, man? I thought we were cool." So, Street Fighter. That's actually me and my girlfriend right there. Is Ryu and Sakura from Street Fighter Alpha 3. These are the ones up here I was looking for. We had a little Street Fighter group here. That was my friend in here, over here in the Kin cosplay, talking crap. So that's when I was the T800. This picture was pretty cute. Of course, we did the classic Street Fighter special intro noogie pose between Kin and Ryu. This was a really fun photo. I remember doing this. We stopped the hallway for like a good bit doing this Capcom versus Street Fighter. Not Capcom versus Street Fighter. Marvel versus Capcom. So this was another cool pic that they had like in a little booth. Had a Capcom crossover. This one's pretty cool too. So, oh yeah, dude, Robert Patrick, by the way. I don't know if I ever talked about him. Swell guy, man. He the kid was sexy. I see you. So I met him 2 years ago, and to kind of give you like an idea of what this guy is really like, he was actually late to his own photo op because he didn't want to like rush the fans out the way because I was in line for the photo op and I saw his table like way over there, and when I got to him, he's like, "Hold on, let me take another picture with this guy," because you know usually when you do these photo ops you got like one take and that's it, like it's got to be good. So what was I gonna say? He's like, "Yeah, here." He's like, "Take two." He's like, "That we got two to pick from, man." Really sweet guy, really cool, very humble, really cool. So let me go back to the chat here. Kenny's gross so much. He's just, yeah. They definitely had a time skip and stuff like that. A lot of people don't like his character, but I wouldn't say Kenny's my favorite, but I do like the parallels with him and Robbie to Johnny and Miguel in season 1. Sure. No, play with your tech in public. Maybe you think you're sister, but still thinks you want. Yeah, dude, like I had nothing to do with it. I wasn't even there. So, down to you and your soundboards like this one.
Yeah.
Or the.
Ooh.
Kreese might actually be Cobra Kai. Johnny's the real Karate Kid. It's absurd that Mr. Kim is live. He used to be 100. Yeah, I had to make a meme about that, which actually I'll pull that up here too. I made a whole meme about it. And I think I put it in like what will happen in my it was in the what will happen in Cobra Kai season 6 part 2 video. Just in case I'm sure you guys have seen this meme already, but I thought it was too funny. It was actually a cut scene from Cobra Kai season 6 where they had like a news report, and he was quoted. His age was 130. Quoted saying, "I will show you the way of these nuts." And he's literally too angry to die. So now you know the full story of Kim Sung-young and his backstory. So let me go back to the chat here. Do you reckon Terry Silver's funding this? There were leaks of him on the. Yeah, I did hear about the leaks. Yeah, so he's definitely. I don't know if he's funding it, but he's definitely going to make it a point and stuff and whatnot. So, Caden, what's up? Are you excited for SummerSlam? You know, I haven't really been paying attention to the card. I was watching like WWE pretty heavily up until WrestleMania 40. I have not been able to kind of get back into it, but yeah, it's one of those things where like I want to get back into it for sure. That way I can also kind of like talk content on that as far as that goes. Have I watched? No, but I've heard very good things about it. So ironically, I have not seen any Deadpool movies, but I need to. I need to change that. So, what's your opinion on the team chosen for the tournament captains? I was actually for Tori and Robbie being the captains, and I kind of even said that like the way they passed their exercise and were the first 2 picks for Mike Barnes, that they should have been captains. So, I will say I'm not a fan of Devin cheating and getting in. But at least they kind of made, you know, both Dimitri and Hawk go, so it's going to be or whatnot. So we met while I was cosplaying. Oh, hey, what's up, man? Oh, that's right. I remember that. I don't remember what con it was. But no, I was not at A-Kon 2012. I was at A-Kon 2013, though, but I don't think I have a picture of that. So the kid was sexy. Favorite food. So I have a few. Pad Thai. Cheeseburgers, pizza, tacos, hot wings, fried chicken. Let's say fried, like pick number 5, my lord. So Miguel might win the Sekai Taka. Robbie might be unbalanced after seeing Tori and Cobra Kai. Remember the season 4 dream Miguel had that could be foreshadowing Sekai Takai. If you're talking, wait, season 4 dream. Oh, you mean season 3? No, I think that was more the All Valley. So we'll see. Yes, in my Quan video, so I didn't know Brandon was a Taekwondo champion, but I knew his father was. I might not have gotten that far in the interview before I put the video out. So, I did see that he was like a stunt. He's done stunt work too, especially Shang-Chi, which is that awesome. I still need to see that movie too. I haven't seen Shang-Chi. Yeah. Robert Patrick's awesome. Did a video breaking down T1000. He was humble. Like, oh, that's awesome, dude. That's really, really cool. Yeah, T1000, like one of the best villains in cinema history. Master Kim played by C.S. Lee. Indeed. I know he's been on some other shows, but I'm not too familiar with his work. Master Kim probably took Compound V. That's so funny. Thoughts on Master Kim. I love his contribution to decrease his weakness arc, but I dislike the actor's physical portrayal of the character who's around 100 years. They give his little pen, maybe director's fault. Yeah, I do love that they kind of made him like evil Miyagi, but yeah, I don't know what they're trying to, like their whole point was with like him still being alive and stuff like that. So I guess it just means hatred keeps you alive longer. Who knows? So Master Kim was so bitter how Netflix Avatar turned out. He refused to die. Nice. Oh, The Boy. Okay, that's another show I have not seen either. Is The Boys. Let's see. Chicken noodles. Okay, that's a good one too. Definitely my go-to food when I'm sick. Tacos, of course. For me, my taco order is just I'm real simple, just meat and cheese. Of course, maybe some hot sauce. So, excited for fall to get here. Yeah, I'm definitely tired of Texas summer already. Yeah, it's one of those things where it definitely gets too hot here, but I'm thankful that I work from home and work inside for the most part. There was something else I was going to talk about on stream, and I cannot remember what it was, aside from the Dallas thing. Speaking of Terminator, though, I am very excited for the Terminator anime, which that's one of the things I forgot to mention earlier is what I'm covering, which drops next month, about a month from now. So definitely going to be something I'll be looking forward to as well. Let me look at some stuff here. Chinese food, yeah. Chinese food for sure, also a good pick. Fried rice. VJ, I'm sorry, I missed this earlier because I was kind of going on a tangent. Favorite wrestler, that's such a hard pick. Current day wrestler. So see, I guess here's a follow-up question to this. Are you talking about like of all time, by generation? Because even all time is still kind of hard for me to narrow down. I have cosplayed some wrestlers though before too. I've cosplayed so far Sting, WCW Crowsting, that is, CM Punk, and Razor Ramon. Those are 3 I've kind of cosplayed so far. Oh, ooh, God, yeah, that's, man. That's still so tough. I'll just have to kind of start just naming some favorites, because I don't have like a single all-time favorite. And I'm definitely a big fan of wrestling too, because like a lot of people that, you know, sometimes that will say they're not sure why they made certain writing decisions for Cobra Kai. Like, it's also one of those things where, you know, I know that the show is written like a wrestling show. Like, for example, they made like with Miguel bowing out of the tournament season 4 because he was injured. They kind of did that so that way he didn't have to take a loss just yet. So going back to the question though, I mean, Stone Cold is definitely going to be up there for sure. The Rock, Shawn Michaels as well. Cannot deny his athleticism. And if we're talking about technical wrestlers too, like, you know, obviously Kurt Angle, Bret Hart have got to be in there. They have to be in that conversation. I'm trying to think of who else. I'm somewhat trying to think by era too. I mean, Taker as well. I've been very fortunate to meet a few wrestlers too. I've met Kevin Nash. I've met Diamond Dallas Page, but I didn't get a picture with him. Jake Roberts, Scott Norton, met Booker T. There's just so many good talents, man. It's so hard to narrow it down. Modern day though, I mean, I definitely like Cody Rhodes. Like Cody Rhodes for sure. I'm glad CM Punk's kind of back in the game. I just hope he doesn't get injured again. So, yeah, it's one of those things for sure. Oh, I did not know this, that he's going to be DLC. And okay, that might be a reason for me to cop the game. Speaking of games, I'm definitely going to be live streaming Karate Kid Street Rumble when it comes out too. So that'll be something I'll be doing for sure. Really hope they do online play, because it's something that, like, I feel like you cannot have a beat 'em up game like that not have online play at this point. A lot of people saying Cobra Kai is going to win the Sekai Taikai. Welcome in, Pope, by the way, if I didn't say hi earlier. I don't know. It's hard to say. I mean, they have a good shot, given that they have people like Quan and Yoon Do Jin on their team. It's going to be pretty interesting. So, dude, I love some good mac and cheese, too. There's a place where I used to live that had, like, this experimental mac and cheese, and one of them was a pizza mac and cheese, so it had, like, marinara sauce, like mozzarella, pepperoni. It was so damn good. Power Rangers fan. Yes. I've only really watched a few episodes here and there of Zeo and Turbo. But I also want to get back into the Sentai. Like the original, you know, the source for Power Rangers and stuff like that. Like Zeo Ranger, for example, Barai's story as the Green Ranger is kind of tragic. That's actually something I kind of plan to break down on the show. I would probably maybe even do like some Power Ranger stuff, but that I know would take me a while, because it's like a lot of research of having to go through a lot of episodes, even if they're only like in 30. You know, I'll play the song already. They're in, 30 minutes and stuff. So. Let's switch to another album here. Nah, that's too. There we go. 95. Yeah, he's got to be at least in the 90s for sure. So here's the thing though, canon wise, I think they're well, actually no, you might be right, because they are going into the year 2020. Because I think they said it's like, from what people were saying, that that last episode that they put out is taking place in December of 2019. So yes, I'm really hoping for a Kreese versus Silver fight. I would love to see that. That needs to happen before the show ends. I mean, there's just so much history there. Like, that needs to happen for sure. Let's see. I missed some other comments up here too. Give me a second. What? Dude, what? most development. Yeah, Tori for sure. I would say Miguel, Dimitri, even though it's a more of a negative one. Let's see. Is there enough runtime for all this? I would think so if they're doing it like in 3 parts and stuff. So, actually, what was this other one? There we go. He's trained all 3 All Valley champions. Even though Hawk trained with Daniel, he used Eagle Fang more. That is very true. The beef. Yeah, I think they're gonna solve it, like, for sure in parts 3, like part 2 or 3. I actually would not be surprised, mainly because, you know, Miyagi, like, and assuming that Miyagi was participating in this tournament after, or which were even before, it's one of those things where he is, you know, like, live or die. There's not going to be, you know, sometimes you don't have a choice but to kill, as like Chosen would say in season 3. So I definitely could foresee that happening for sure. So here's a question for you guys. Kaden, yeah, you see, somebody asked me. It might have been you that asked me this today. I can't remember. I had thought about it. I wasn't too sure if I wanted to or not, mainly because it's kind of been done quite a bit already. I also don't want to just seem like I'm just kind of like, you know, like copying off of other people. I've always wanted to try to like do my own thing. Like, for example, Ty Learn, a friend of mine, in front of the channel, did a really good video on what if Johnny joined Miyagi-Do in Karate Kid Part 2 and how it like affected the rest of the series. Somebody had asked me to do that, but then I saw his video and I was like, man, I don't know. Like, I would just be kind of saying a lot of the same stuff, because his what if kind of made like a lot of sense. So yeah, it's maybe, I mean, if enough people want me to do it, I'll do it. I'll have to really just try to kind of make it, you know, make it as oh, I see what you say, me guitarist. That's so cute. I like that. So, any plans for breakdown on the yes, somebody this was one of the things I was working on before I was kind of getting back into the channel. I was actually working on breaking down my strat runs for Resident Evil, and I never got around to it. But now that I have some help, I might actually be able to start doing that now too. So, yeah, I mean, if people want it, like, that's another thing too. I've been trying to grow their gaming channel. That's what I kind of switched focus on during the writer strike. So, yeah, I mean, if people want it too, that was another thing I was going to ask, was like, would you guys like me to do gaming streams on this channel or the other channel? I mean, I don't mind either way. But like, if gaming streams are an interest, which is something I did before, like these videos, I mean, I definitely do it. So, still putting it because it's seasons 2 and 3. I love their, yeah, that's fair. They actually combine aspects from, yep, Dai Ranger and Kakura Ranger. I might be mispronouncing that, so forgive me. Yeah, I actually used to cosplay the Green Ranger too. I don't know if some people knew that. That's kind of how I met. That was one of the how I met Jason David Frank. Let's see. I'll show a picture real quick. I'm actually, that's another reason why I'm working out, is trying to kind of get back in that shape again too. So, let me get my big head out of the way. That is me in the suit back in the day, along with one of my friends as Sailor Mars. So, a lot of fun times cosplaying. So I'm definitely kind of working on getting back into that shape again. You prefer spin-offs over a what if show? Yeah, exactly. I would love to see some, like, at least like a show. Whoops, clicked on something here. I would love to see a Chosen or Miyagi spin-off for sure. Even a Kreese spin-off, if they did like some kind of interim years thing, I think that would be really cool. I'll watch them right now. Thank you, details for the channel. Thank you, man. I appreciate it. I feel like if they do playing claims, they can have. Oh, for sure. Like she would be like the perfect mentor for Tori, either her or Chosen. Really, either one would really serve as a good mentor. So, what are your? Oh, sorry, I missed this one. Give me a second, Jorge. So part 2, I actually did a whole video on it, just to kind of avoid repeating myself. Definitely watch it if you haven't already. Chosen is like the highlight of it though is Chosen is returning as Sensei for sure, and it's been confirmed. Favorite and least. See, I'm not super into Power Rangers, so I don't know if I can give a fair answer on this. But I mean, you know, definitely like Green with Evil was one of my favorite arcs. Actually, let me see if I still have the picture of me and Jason David Frank up. I think I do. I did a stream on him too when he passed, talking about my experiences with him. So I think that picture should still be up for sure. At least I hope so. It is. Okay, cool. So that was about 8 years ago. He's definitely one of the reasons why my logo is green. You know, definitely one of my favorite colors. Really stand-up guy. Taken from us way too soon, man. He's really cool. Rest in peace, Jason. Let's see. Back to the comments. I need a second opinion. Is MK worth getting? So okay, so I guess it depends. If you're asking from a storyline perspective, even though like I was not a fan of them rebooting the story, you know, a second time, because this is like the second time they've done this. But I think it's still worth getting because I thought the story was really interesting, the way they did it. Gameplay wise, I mean, I think it's fine. I think if you're still unsure and you still want to kind of give it a shot, maybe catch it on sale. Since she understands, yep, good point. She can help Tori cope with trauma and use karate in a way that allows her to move. Yep, very good point too. And see, like I did a Julie Pierce video like a long time ago, like back when season 3 dropped. And I mentioned that like she had a lot of similarities. Well, Tori had a lot of similarities to her. So. Yeah. It would be really cool to kind of see that happen, in my opinion, with what do you call it? Tori and Jolie. Man, I'm getting like a lot of mucus in my throat. I'm sorry, guys. No, and long. This is also my newest Crease video. I think you should watch it because I go into more specific details. But the main thing that I found out is that a lot of people point to like the clenched fist because that points to foul play, but it's not. It's actually called something called the pugilistic attitude, where this is sometimes seen like in burn victims where like their body kind of clenches up, and that's either due to the cause of them passing or after their body, or even after their body heats up after they pass, which also is caused by dehydration and denaturation, which is the kind of like breaking up of proteins and kind of like your body breaking down, so to speak, which is something which are two things that are a sorry, I forgot I was gonna go with this. Two things that can kind of cause blood clots, which is what Tori's mother passed away from. So no foul play. And my thing about that too, the main point is, if Kreese would have done that, why would he just not attack Daniel and Johnny, then win the tournament? You know, like get his two chest pieces off the thing. I have not, but something I'm definitely gonna plan on covering possibly after Cobra Kai. Saga. If you're talking about a franchise, man, dude. My thing was like I've always said that like even if they took like Peyton List, Mary Mouser, Tanner Buchanan, Sholo, Jacob Bertrand, they could, or even Gianni, they could do it like a Power Rangers reboot with all those guys. Like all the pieces are there, but I don't think they'll ever do it. Like speaking of Power Rangers, like the franchise, I think is officially dead. Hasbro, the current holder of the rights, is selling a lot of screen use stuff, especially from I'm sorry, what was the Netflix special called? Once and Always? And stuff from back in the day too that they started selling. Excuse me, like back in the 90s. So the IP may be done for. But if we're talking about just franchise in general, I mean, Power Rangers could be one that they could do like Cobra Kai. It's hard to say. If they really wanted to flesh out Bloodsport, they could probably do something like that too. Dino Thunder. That's right. He came back as like the Black Dino Thunder Ranger then, I think. If I'm not mistaken. But yeah, speaking of this theory, like definitely watch my New Year's Cruise video if you haven't already, actually break into detail why it would not be the case. I know a lot of signs point to it, but like that plan could backfire on him so easily just because if the hospital discovered foul play, then Tori would have known like almost immediately. So, and considering that like from what we saw, there was no like burn injuries or anything like that, it's very unlikely that he did anything. So. But yeah, so that's kind of what's been going on with me. I hope you guys have been having a good week so far. I know it's now Friday, down to the weekend. I don't have a video since I decided to stream today. I'm not going to be working on a video tonight. Not to mention my calves are killing me, so I can't even stand up if I wanted to, basically. So yeah, it's one of those things where I'm taking like a little break today, but I'll be back at it tomorrow and trying to get some stuff out for you guys this weekend before I go on break. And then kind of just switch back to short content. So, there was a song I was going to switch to over here. Maybe it was this one. Another thing too, I was going to tell you guys. So I actually am slowly getting back into the convention scene. So if you have any conventions you'd like me to appear at, let them know. And then I'd definitely be down to try to like appear as a guest and whatnot. Maybe do a panel or something. Maybe even do a live stream at a con. That'd be really cool. So, Kreese does not have the kind of pull Silver has. He cannot fake someone that. Yeah, exactly. That's another very good point too. So, Jonathan was really okay. I did not know this. Was going to be the showrunner for a future Power Rangers reboot, but it got scrapped, and he did the upcoming karate movie instead. Yeah, that is very interesting. So, and it's definitely gonna be crazy watching 2 more parts. My guess is that if they were going to do part 3, I imagine the release date is gonna be spring to kind of tie it back to the original release date. Go meet Tori. I'm gonna try to, man. What he's referring to is, I'll show you guys here in a second. Which actually, I don't think she's there, but I know there's some. If you guys are in North Carolina, there's a thing called GalaxyCon happening Raleigh, North Carolina, where some of the Cobra Kai actors are there. So let's see. So let me swap screens here. So yeah, so there's a convention in October that I might be going to, where Peyton List is there. Sholo's also going to be there, and Jacob. Some really cool, like, other guests here. We got Elijah Wood, Charlie Cox, John. He just got announced. Actually, Eckstein, Sting, Ginny Weasley here. Sean Astin, of course, Potatoes. Steve Burns, Kerry Green, JD Pardo, Alex Lay, the voice for Luke in Street Fighter. So definitely a good time to check it out if you're in the area too. So. What season do I think is the best? See, this is the only one I can answer that would be the best is season 1. I don't know if I could really say any of them are the worst because all the writing has been fairly congruent. So, yeah, it's hard to say, honestly. Man, you guys are making me work for the stream. Not in a bad way. It's just like I've not talked like this nonstop in a while, so I'm trying to like get used to it. I do not know how I used to do this back in the day, so. But it's cool. I wanted to kind of come on here and just kind of talk to you guys and see what was going on, connect with you guys. Of course, thank you all for the support and stuff. So, brother just dropped in. Hey, thanks Forze. Thanks for tuning in, Marty, man. Have a good one. So, I probably won't be on for too much longer too. I didn't know really how long I was gonna stream. Yeah, I just kind of wanted to get on here and hang out for a second, just because. Thank you guys, of course, for all the support, and also just see what's up with you guys. See what's been going on. The people. Ooh, that's a good question, man. So I don't dislike Roman. I just didn't like how he was getting pushed. Mainly more when Vince was in charge. But he's come a long way with his promo work. And obviously his ring work and stuff too. I cannot wait to see these two feud. But if you ask me like who's my favorite out of either of these, The Rock for sure. Especially, he's brought it. I didn't think he was going to be able to even improve his character. But like the final boss gimmick has been really cool. I've always been a fan of his favorite, I've always been a fan of his Hollywood Rock persona. Favorite in terms of act, man, that's a good question. Let me think about that one. For the kids, dude, Peyton has stolen the show, man. Like these past couple seasons. But Tanner, though, given how much his character has changed. I mean, obviously Jacob's character has changed a lot too, but I feel like as far as emotional depth and like impact, Tanner, man, as it's got to be it's a tie between Tanner and Peyton for sure. And that's no slight against the other. It's just hard to pick, man. It's really hard to pick, because yeah, they're powerhouses, man. Excuse me. I don't think there's even really a bad actor on that show. They're all really, really good. And I mean, the adults, that even makes it tougher. I mean, look at Thomas Ian Griffith and even Martin Cove, dude. They just, like, powerhouses, dude. But if I had to pick one, man. I mean, because obviously William Zabka too, right? Like, but the thing about what's really crazy is, like, even though William has been on the show longer, Thomas is just like, it really, he kind of really emphasizes the phrase "make your moments count." Like, there's like just no scene that he's not in that he just basically just does not have like zero charisma, if that makes sense. You know what I mean? So, but if I had to pick, dang, it's a tie between. It's probably gonna be a tie between Thomas and William. Really, Thomas, William, and Martin. It's just so hard. It's just so hard to say, man. The Cobra's just really good, and that's even tough to say because Ralph has had some really, really good moments too. So, yes, definitely deserves an award not only for that but also for season 5 too. Like season 5, we really saw. We saw like so much vulnerability in her character, and that made you sympathize with that much more. So, also guitarist, I'm just gonna joke with you because I can, because you're a close friend of mine. Remember, it's not Tori with an I, it's Tori with a Y, like she said in season 2. You're thinking of Allie with an I. Sorry, I had to say that. Speaking of Power Rangers, I got another cool pick. Here's all of us back in the day. There's my friend Mr. Guitarist right there, and there's me in the black. It's crazy to see this picture. Like, this was 7 years ago now, too, which is really, really great, insane to think about. Man. Incredible. Even more considering, yeah, like, he just, like, it's like he never skipped a beat. From the show, ooh. That's a good question. Probably Yuji, Chosen. I bet that guy could throw a few beers back, man. I hope to make it out to his restaurant someday too. I was wondering if you're gonna cast. Yeah, you know me, Mr. Perception. You and Tyler should do it. Yeah, we should. I need to reach out to him. Maybe we can do something in the future. Yeah, I can't remember we have not collabed in a long time. Maybe not since season 3 that I can think of. I know me and his friend Crisis were supposed to collab at 1.2 last year when Creed 3 came out. It just didn't work out schedule wise. So I know he had like a deadline and I was kind of busy at the time, so I totally went out. Emmett, what's going on? What did you think? Was it okay, good, awesome, or meh? I would, for me, overall 7 or 8 out of 10. 7.5. I'm also, again, I'm trying to kind of give it grace too, just because this is only one part of a 3-part puzzle, if you know what I mean. So I think it's one of those things that's like, as the, like, they're definitely going to up the ante. And from what they were talking about from behind the scenes, part 2 is going to be really interesting. So but yeah, another actress I'd like to meet that I know she doesn't do a lot of cons would be excuse me, Tamlin Tomita, Kumiko's actress. I'd like to meet her someday for sure too. Toto, welcome in. I was actually showing some of our pictures earlier. Let's see. I was trying to think of something related. Speaking of which, let me see if I can find that picture. I will show you where we all met some of the actors from Cobra Kai. So that was where we met Hawk, Johnny, and Kreese, of course. I thought this was a really cool picture too, because of how it kind of like combined Karate Kid 1, 2, and Cobra Kai and stuff. So it was really cool. Did it make? No, it did not make me mad. I was kind of more disappointed because I knew she was she's being manipulated. That's the only thing I'm just kind of like, but not necessarily disappointed in Tori, just disappointed in the circumstance. So I think she'll maybe eventually make her way back. We can only just kind of wait and see on how stuff goes. But overall, though, it was a good cliffhanger to say the least. I'm actually surprised that like, and I mean honestly, I don't really care. It's just interesting. But I was surprised like when I did the new video out on her. She was like the first one I picked. I was like, okay, a lot of people are going to be interested in her, how she like, why she switched sides and everything like that. But not a lot of people were as interested as I thought they would be in the video, which I thought that was pretty it's pretty interesting to say the least. Because I try to typically kind of go with like the characters first that I know like people are more interested in and stuff like that. So but a lot of everybody showed out for like where I did the Dimitri one right after that, and I was like, wow, like a lot of people just were like they understood Tori's plight, but they wanted to knock on Dimitri. I was like, it was pretty interesting for sure. So, but it's always cool to me. It's always cool to me to see how like people's reactions to the characters. Excuse me. Taking advantage of through grief. Yep, exactly. Tori with a Y. It made me the first time I watched things. It made me say, yeah, exactly. Tori was wrong when Kreese took advantage. That is a blank move. Yep, exactly. Yeah, for sure. I mean, Kreese has been known to manipulate people. Like, I mean, he did that with Robbie. He did that with Tori. He did that with Johnny. He's doing that with Quan now. Though, I mean, Quan, you can maybe say he kind of manipulated him, but he did make him just say, "Hey, like, go beat him up and show whatnot." So, Miyagi immigrated to China. What do you think? There can be a connection there with Mr. Han. I don't know. It's hard to say. Yeah, maybe I do feel like it's likely he ran up to China, but excuse me, sorry, try that again. I mean, the China, like, for him visiting China makes sense because of the coins, and that's how, like, his ancestor went to fell asleep off the coast of China and all that. Maybe they tie it to the movie like that, but that could be one way they do it. It's hard to say. Yeah, crazy to think about, but he deserves to rest. He deserves to retire. He was one of those guys that was in there day in, day out. Yeah, he needs the rest, man. He's been at it since. I mean, obviously now he's been more of a part timer as of late, but like when he really started, kind of carrying the company, he was probably just, wrestling like so many nights a week for sure. What if Robbie gets hurt and Bert comes in? Oh snap, Bert! It's so funny that, like, I like how a lot of people love Bert. They're like, hey, I'm gonna beat everybody up. So yeah, it's one of those. Yeah, I mean, never know, man. Bert, I'm pulling for Bert. So will Chosen move out? Oh yeah, for sure. Chosen definitely. He's probably trying to think. I loved his little reaction of like, what happened in Cancun's? Oh, that was really funny. Sometimes you gotta iron out some crease. All right, I'll do a. Whoops, that's not what I meant to do. God dog it, I'm hitting the same thing. I'll do a sound. I'm still on the wrong screen. Sorry, I'm getting used to my stream deck. There's your moment of fame, Sonic. Kreese and Kim team up. I knew it was bound to happen. I mean, they hinted at it on season 5. They just kind of further confirmed my theory in season 6. So, a lot of people were just like, "Oh, that's not going to happen." I just kind of laughed. I was like, "Okay, we'll see." Especially when he like literally saved her life. So, you think Cena retirement has to do with DCO Max doesn't want one of their star? No, not really. Sonic. Nah, I don't think so. Because I mean, he's such a big name too, and that they would probably definitely want to. I'd like to imagine that they were not gonna try to want to piss him off either. But I mean, hey, could be wrong. So, Bert the Goat, exactly. That's another one of my soundboard. I didn't have it on this one, but it was the that's why he's the goat. The goat. I should rename that clip to Bert. Melissa, how's it going? I am doing fine. Bonsai, how are you? Gotta get some puns in there.
Huh?
It's so cool. I have not used my Stream Deck in forever. And the fact that I can do soundboard with it too is even great. So
Yeah.
because really I just use it for like changing scenes and stuff like that. I know also you can use it for gaming too, which by the way, so like I'm sure like a lot of you guys kind of wonder what I do in my spare time. Really, it's just gaming. If it's not gaming, I'm in the gym. Been playing a lot of Overwatch 2. Sorry, I looked at Arm Gozman's comment. Overwatch 2, Fortnite, Final Fantasy 14. Played that a lot. So yeah. Actually, I'm kind of running FC in 14. So if you play actively, we're looking for new members, and we can definitely get you in if you want to apply. So, excuse me. Sorry. Nate over Bert. Damn. How far? Oh yeah, like we can now definitely see where Kim Daeun gets it from. Yeah, he like the fact that he was holding her up like in a chokehold. I thought that was nuts, man. I was like, bro, calm down. It's not that serious. Yeah, it's very, but he's definitely, it's also one of those things too where it's like, not like, well, it can't get worse than Kreese, right? Or it can't get worse than Silver, but no, Kim Sung Young was like, even Silver was kind of fearful of him too, so. Yeah, I saw that. I was trying to check for the shop to see if they would bring back some of the Cobra Kai skin. Maybe I missed it, but I haven't seen it and whatnot. So I have not. Are you talking about the last episode of the season? Because I know Ralph directed Sleeper, or did he direct? Or did Zapka direct the Best of the Best? Overwatch 2, haven't really played it since they nerfed my boy Doom. Really? I feel like Doom has... well, they nerfed Hammond, though. Hammond's my favorite, so I can kind of understand where you're coming from. The ironic thing is they're talking about bringing back 6v6, which they never should have taken away in the first place. They never should have just done it. So, but no, it's all right. Like, it's one of those games, like, really like all those ones I mentioned. I just like playing with them. I like playing those games with friends. That's what makes it fun. So, the last episode. So we know that finale is going to go out with a bang. Then, especially if he's directing. That's awesome. I'm excited for that. AP Prime, AP Prime. I'm sorry if I said your name wrong. So, yeah, I'm doing good, man. Welcome in. Hope you're doing all right. Heard of that? Yeah, that's. Yeah, it's so funny that they're bringing back 6v6, and I'm just like, you guys should have just never taken it away in the first place. So yeah, I kind of want to show y'all something interesting, which I think I know it's not really related to like my channel or anything, but so I know people are very mixed about AI. I myself am mixed about AI. So I don't know if you guys saw this story. Let me... Valley, thank you for subbing, by the way. Oh, God dog it. Sorry, I messed this up. There we go. So Runway, they're this AI company, right? That they trained to do generation of videos. So it turns out that they got in trouble for excuse me, they basically got in trouble for scraping a lot of videos that they shouldn't have been doing, including New Yorker, Vice News, Pixar, Disney, Netflix, and Sony, including also popular creators like Casey Neistat, Sam Colder, Benjamin Hardman, and Marcus Brown Lee. They even scraped Nintendo, which I thought was really, really crazy. So, like, these guys are done. Like, they're done, man. Like, if you guys look up, I'll show you one of my YouTubers I watch, actually. Omni. Really, really cool guy. I love the way he breaks stuff down. He, definitely worth... So, it's this latest video. He talks about how the Runaway AI leak from Nintendo. He covers a lot of cool stuff. He's really, really funny guy. He's definitely one of my favorite YouTubers I like watching. So let me go back to it. Low-key porting Overwatch 1 and yeah, for real. Like, just, and my whole thing about it was like, I hate that they just were like, hey, you cannot play Overwatch 1, you can only play Overwatch 2. That, like, was such a pain in the ass that they did that. So nice stream it after leave. All right, Caden, thanks for coming in. I appreciate it. Can be using Tori now that she rejoined. I would think so. Like, it's going to be interesting, to say the very least. That's another thing I'm kind of wondering about the whole dynamic with Tori rejoining Cobra Kai. It's like, you hated Kim Da-eun so much, but you're rejoining her too. So regressed the most this season. I think Daniel has, while Johnny has shown a lot of growth. I'm not kicking that guy with a dumb haircut in his head. Yeah. I don't know. I would say both of them kind of regressed equally, just because they're both still like so bent on their ways. And that's something that the actors themselves have said that too, kind of like where their arcs are going. And from what they were talking about with on Inside the Dojo Part 2. They're saying they're basically the relationship now is way worse than it ever has been at this point. So, sorry that I'm late. No problem. What did you think? Yeah, very sad, disappointed. Not in her, but the circumstances of stuff like that. So, yeah, it's a shame. But I think she'll still come around. We can only kind of wait and see. So, Kreese protected Tori, so Kim won't. Yeah, that's very true. That could be a big game changer here. Rule number 1, don't F with Nintendo. Exactly. AI for the most... See, yeah, like, here's, like, for me, this is, like, one of the... So far, like, the only okay use of AI that I have, or that I like. So when they were doing that new Top Gun movie, I forgot what it's already called by now. Forgive me. The one that came out a couple years ago. They were gonna, with his permission, because you know Val Kilmer had throat cancer, so he lost his voice. They were going to recreate his voice with his consent, with AI, you know, to kind of give him a voice and whatnot. They decided actually not to in the end, but I thought that was a real cool use of AI. I don't like AI ripping off people's art. I do not like AI. You know, that's the one part. That's like the biggest example that I don't like AI doing for. I think a lot of people kind of overly rely on it too. It should be used as a tool, not as a replacement, basically. So kind of like what you're saying, Sonic. So you're from Spain? Oh, hell yeah, man! Hello from the U.S. here. And I saw the Sekai Tekai with me in Barcelona. I was very excited. So did they film in Spain though? I can't remember if they did or not, or I didn't really remember reading about that. So if they did, that is really cool. Yeah, it's starting to affect the gaming space, like for sure too. So, but yeah, I'm gonna probably wrap up stream here in about 5 minutes. So if you probably go like, my calves are still kind of killing me, so I gotta go take care of that and rest my back for a little bit too. So if you guys have any more questions or stuff you want to just talk about, I do not mind. Before I wrap up stream. Let's see, I was trying to... What happened here? Oh. What's that, guys? There we go. Sorry, I had to verify something for my stream. Let's see. Let me get back to the comments here. I mean, with 4K, AI is a tool will not replace it. Yep, for sure. So, see, I really thought it was gonna be like the last 5 episodes, but there are also some people saying that's only gonna be like the next 5. So it's hard to say. But if these episodes are, if they're long, sorry, I saw a guitarist's comment. But if these episodes are longer, I guess it kind of makes sense. I say worst case scenario. Tommy Boy, thanks for subbing. Worst case, 7 episodes, maybe. So, with Streamline, how do you hold in farts? Pro tip, easy, bro. Just mute the mic. That's all you gotta do. Who could you take in a fight? Oh come on, man. So, like, hey, like, who do you want? Hey, who would you beat up? Nah, I don't know. I don't know if I would want to fight any of them. Some of them I respect because they still can, like Una O'Brien, for example. The actress for Devon. Sorry, that comment is so funny. She actually, after she got the role, and like between season shoots and stuff like that, she still takes karate and stuff like that, which I think that's awesome. The fact that she wants to do that with her character. I am an untrained fighter, so I mean, really, you know, I've been in very few fights, thankfully, but I definitely want to study. So I don't know if I could really take out any of them right now. I mean, the only thing I kind of really have on them is maybe strength and size, but that's about it. But that doesn't mean anything. You get hit in the right spot, you're getting taken out, you know. So I'm sure you can take on Stingray. Hey, hold on now, dude. Stingray, Paul Walter Hauser's wrestling, man. I don't know if you've seen his stuff. He's been wrestling, dude. So I don't know if I even mess with him. Maybe even Nate. So. Very see, Puerto Rico served as stand-in for Mexico. Yeah, that was really cool. So, how can you rank her as a villain in season 6? She's definitely more subdued this season, but in season 5 is kind of just going off of that. She's definitely going to be kind of crazy. If you're talking about Kim Dao, so. Let's see. I think the way Quarter did Anime Rock Paper Scissors 2 compared to we decided to train the AI on their own style and hire and pay the artist for the base. That's how I expected. Oh, I see. I get what you're saying. Do you think that Kreese... Sorry, I saw another comment. Do you think that Kreese will try to weaponize Tori to hurt Sam in the tournament, especially now that she'll be at least one of the 2 fighters that stand in? Yeah, I think that's very likely. That could be. That could be something that happened, especially how he knows that lesson and stuff, so... I don't know what a feeling someone's going to die or get serious. Yeah, I would not be surprised. I think it's very likely to happen in the final season, for sure. So, once all they're out, is part 1 no, part 1's dropped. So they're like, so how they've always done episodes is that, or seasons, is they do the seasons all at once. Obviously, season 6 is different. So all of the episodes right now for season 6 part 1 are out. So for season 6, they're doing 3 parts of 5 episodes, so 5, 5, 5. So you can watch the entirety of season 6 part 1 right now. They've only filmed 6 series, so they were only there for 2. Oh, I see. Tournament was in the USA. Okay, that's interesting to know. So Stryfe versus Stingray only on paper. Oh man, dude, I don't know, dude. Hey, you know, props to Paul though. Like he's one of those, like, you know, he's one of them, the classic, you know, don't judge a book by its cover, because, you know, it wasn't bad. Like, I've only seen, like, clips of his match and stuff, but yeah. So what you're saying is you could... No, I could not beat up Johnny. I'm not saying that. I am not saying that at all. Nobody take this out of context. Because then people are like, oh, Stryfe could say this. And I was like, well, man, the only thing I said was like, hey, I thought we were cool with him when you said Miyagi was a liar in the theme. Thanks for the info. Oh, no problem. Oh, I would be very sad if that happened, for sure. So, Kreese probably dies at the end of the season. That would be, you know, it might be one of those things which is just kind of like too little too late, you know? So wait, let's see. Let me look at this last comment. Yes, you can review Tori being abused by Kim, but she has to be joined. Okay, I don't know what you're saying here. I'm not sure if I understand your comment. I mean, Kim Daeun, obviously she was like a lot more subdued this season, you know, compared to you know, season 5. Show him this video. You know, and whatnot, but yeah, I mean, she was obviously very hard on all the students in season 5, so I imagine she'll be the same way with Tori, like in this season too. So, but yeah, hey, I appreciate you guys for tuning in. Really cool. Thank you guys again for all the support. Hope you guys enjoyed the stream. That's been the channel update, so be on the lookout for a few more videos before I go on break. But of course, with break, I will you know, still be putting out some shorts and stuff like that. So I will talk to you guys later. Stay beautiful, stay awesome. We'll catch you around next time.